Welcome back to the Kosi Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi. Welcome back to a brand new video. Ademola Lookman will be 100% available this summer as he has fallen out with the manager Gasperini at Atalanta for some remarkably weird remarks. But Fabrizio says that is not the reason as to why he's going to be available 100%. He's moving 100%. The reason is that it was agreed upon last summer that Lookman will leave this summer. And Liverpool and Arsenal are there to tap the opportunity. I don't like it when Arsenal go into a race with Liverpool. I just kind of feel like Liverpool have this, layer of, beauty that would attract a player to them than us. I just fear them, although we have not been in very many transfer battles. But let me know in the comment box below, Lookman or Williams? There's a question there because we know what Lookman can do, and we also know what Williams can do. Both of them are interesting talents, pure footballing talent. And they can play on the left wing, they can play on the right wing. We need a winger. And two of them, Williams and Lookman, are 100% available. I also want us to talk about Florian Wirtz, as Arsenal are ready to bid for Wirtz in summer if the Isak deal cannot go through. Looks like Wirtz is serious. And this is coming from, these are stories coming in from Florian Plattenberg, a guy that is so close to German sources. But I want us to start off with Ademola Lookman. Arsenal and Liverpool are tracking Ademola Lookman. And we are not tracking him to see whether he will be available. Ademola Lookman is going to be 100% available. He will be sold by Atalanta this summer. So what Liverpool and Arsenal are literally doing is they have a list of targets. Ademola Lookman is on that list of targets, and they're just looking at him to see, is he the number one target? Like, should we go in for him? Because if you went in for Ademola Lookman right now, I think you could get him. I think Chelsea will be there. I'll explain why. I think Manchester United will be there. I'll explain why. I think Liverpool are big contenders for him. I'll explain why. And I also think that Arsenal should be there. And I will talk about that too. Now, what happened with Ademola Lookman? Gasperini, a few days ago, was not very happy with Lookman's missed penalty. So what happened? Lookman had scored a penalty, had already scored a goal, and then Atalanta were awarded a penalty. Lookman decided, as one of the top performers at the team, that he was going to take the penalty. And Gasperini was concerned because on the same pitch was Mario Retegui, one of the real penalty takers at Atalanta. And on the same pitch, there was also Charles De Ketelaere. So Gasperini really feels that Charles De Ketelaere or Mario Retegui are actually better penalty takers than Lookman. Nevertheless, Lookman said, I am going to step up and I'm going to take the penalty. Lookman missed the penalty, and Gasperini was absolutely fuming in his post-match interview. He was absolutely fuming, and his remarks were, Lookman had taken a penalty, had already scored a goal, and he insisted on taking the ball to take a penalty. He is a terrible penalty taker, and I don't like what he did. That is one way to throw a player under the bus. That is one way for you to show a guy that you don't believe in him. That is one way to treat a player that scored a hat-trick to win you a Europa League title. That is some way. When I saw that, I was like, wait a minute. Am I reading this from Fabrizio Romano's tweet page? And then I took the courtesy to go and verify. And it's true. It is true. So Ademola Lookman, with all that, I don't know what's up with the Italian clubs with black players. Is there a problem? Italy, please let us know, because this was the same way Osimhen was treated at Napoli. I mean, disrespectful, wasn't it? And then Lookman as well. But I don't want to get into that talk. I'm not interested. So Fabrizio says that with clubs like Arsenal and Liverpool interested, they have a chance to sign him because there was a prior agreement that he will leave Atalanta for any club that he wants this summer. So it's basically not about, oh, you see, Lookman has been mistreated and therefore he'll be sold. But this is just adding fuel to the fire. Now, Arsenal have to make a choice. Lookman will cost you around the same bucks as Williams. They will cost you around the same amount of money. And what do I mean by this? What I mean by this is that when you think about Ademola Lookman, his price is going to be around 45 to 75 million. Nico Williams would be around the same amount of money. The difference is that he's got a release clause. And if Arsenal paid his release clause, they would only have to pay 46 million. But in reality, if we were to negotiate, that price could go up to 80 million for Nico Williams. So same price range. I don't think Arsenal are going to sign Lookman and Williams. That would be insane. That would be like levels of ambition. I would love it. I'm not saying I wouldn't love it. I would love it. I would love my team to be as ambitious as it can. Like wake up in the morning and sign Wirtz, sign Florian Wirtz, sign Isak, bring Nico Williams, bring Ademola Lookman, add Zubimendi. And I'm like, what is going on? Pause for a moment. But also, I believe that we will see one good winger this summer with Ethan Nwaneri believed to be backup. We will see one centre forward, and another centre forward. Those are two. And we might see one or two midfielders coming. So who do we go with? Lookman or Nico Williams? If they were at the same price, this would be difficult. Lookman has got the experience. He's played in the Premier League before. He's been lighting up, the Italian Serie A with Atalanta. And we all remember that beautiful night where Leverkusen thought they were going to do a quadruple, a treble. And then Lookman said, I don't think so. Now, what I like about Ademola Lookman's game, he bloody likes to score goals. What I like about Nico Williams, he's quick, fast, and he takes on players. Now, the difference between these two is this. Lookman is a Mikel Arteta player. He's inverted and, he's basically another Saka. Like, if you have him on the left, he's another Saka. Saka has a very good, strong left foot, and Ademola Lookman has a very good, strong right foot. So Lookman playing on the left would allow him to invert and cut, bend those balls into the top corner as Saka bends them into the top corner as well. With Nico Williams, you have, a traditional winger with all the aspects of a modern winger. Like this guy has a very good, strong left foot. He plays on the left side and he delivers. Like he doesn't need to cut in, and he doesn't cut in a lot of the time because he's always playing on his stronger foot. And yet you don't see him try to cross the ball a lot of times. So his game is about cutbacks and laying those balls across the penalty area. But if you ask me who is better in terms of taking on players, I think Lookman is better, in my opinion. It's confusing, but I think I'll go with Lookman. I think Lookman is better. But when it comes to transitions, speed, being fast, and who do I think would form a better combination with Saka? I think it's Nico Williams, because Williams is such a selfless player. And as long as Saka is willing to come narrow at times when Williams is in position and come narrow, Saka would score a lot of goals from the creativity of Nico Williams. So I would still go with Nico Williams personally, but I like Lookman. Like, our team lacks goals from wider areas, but that is why we're signing a centre forward. Now, if Arsenal were to meander around and not sign a centre forward, get me Lookman. Because I know Lookman can do 15 goals, Saka can do 15 goals, that is 30. That's a good starting point. But if you're getting a good centre forward, then Nico Williams is the answer. Very creative, very selfless as a player, and really, really, really talented. Now Arsenal will bid, according to sources in Germany, for Florian Wirtz if the Isak deal becomes inevitably difficult to do. So we were serious about Wirtz. We were serious about Florian Wirtz. All this time, we were serious about Wirtz. It's quite very, very interesting. And I've talked about Wirtz on the channel quite some time. I think we'll have more conversations about him. But I like the fact that Arsenal are looking at such a superstar. It shows our level of ambition.